Student, in this video lesson, I will teach you past perfect continuous tense. The past perfect continuous tense, progressive tense, is used for an action that began before a certain point in the past and continued up to that time. So first of all, we need to understand where we use past perfect continuous tense. The past perfect continuous tense is used for an action that began before a certain point in the past and continued up to that time. पास्ट परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूस टेंस हमारे पास वो टेंस है जो हमें वो एक्शन ज़ाहिर कराते हैं जो माजी में किसी ख़ास वक्त से पहले शुरू हुआ हो और उसी वक्त तक हमारे पास जारी हो. At that time, he had been writing a novel for 2 months. If we look to this example, so we can clearly see that the action started a certain point before and continued up to that point. When Mr. Abdul Rahman came to the university in 1995, Mr. Ali had already been teaching there for 5 years. So now look at this example. When Mr. Abdul Rahman came to the university in 1995, so this is the fixed time in the past. Mr. Ali had already been teaching there for 5 years. तो यहाँ से हमें पता चल जाएगा कि मिस्टर अली हैड बीन टीचिंग देयर फॉर 5 ईयर. तो उसी ख़ास वक्त से पहले मिस्टर अली 5 साल वहाँ पढ़ा रहा था. Time reference is found in these sentences which gives an idea that action has continued from some time. ये टाइम रेफरेंस यहाँ पर ज़रूर होगा क्योंकि ये हमें बताता है कि एक्शन कब हमारे पास हुआ है. Note, if there is no time reference or sense of time reference, अगर हमारे पास टाइम रेफरेंस ना हो या कोई सेंस ऑफ टाइम ना हो एक सेंटेंस में, then it is not past perfect continuous tense. तो हमारे पास ये past perfect continuous tense नहीं हो सकता because there is no hint about the time of action when it started in past or continued for some time period. तो फिर हमें ये कैसा पता चल जाएगा कि ये past परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूस टेंस है कि हमारे पास कोई टाइम रेफरेंस ना हो. टाइम रेफरेंस को हम सेंस और फार से ज़ाहिर करते हैं. आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू दैट वी यूज सेंस एंड फार इन अ फास्ट परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूस टेंस. So it seems just an ongoing action in past which resemble past continuous tense. So the reference of time differentiate between past perfect continuous tense and past continuous tense. और ये टाइम रेफरेंसेस हमें फिर यही डिफरेंस शो करती है कि हमारे पास देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन पास्ट परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूस टेंस एंड पास्ट कंटिन्यूस टेंस. नो हियर आर सम रूल्स. हेल्पिंग वर्ब हैड बीन और यूज्ड इन अ सेंटेंस. हमारे पास हैड बीन इज यूज्ड एज अ हेल्पिंग वर्ब इन सेंटेंसेस. फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब प्लस ing इज यूज्ड एज मेन वर्ब इन सेंटेंस. फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब प्लस ing हमारे पास मेन वर्ब के तौर पर सेंटेंस में इस्तेमाल होगा. सेंस और फॉर इज़ यूज बिफोर द टाइम रेफरेंस इन सेंटेंस. सेंस और फॉर हम टाइम रेफरेंस के लिए इस्तेमाल करते हैं पीरियड ऑफ टाइम एंड पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम मीन्स fixity, what we called it for sense, and for is for period of time. I have already discussed it. If the reference is made to point of time such as 2002, 7 o'clock, then sense is used. If there is a fixity of time just like 2002, 7 o'clock, then we use sense. Sense is used before the time in a sentence. If the reference is made to period of time such as 3 hours, 6 years, 4 days, then for is used before the time in sentence. If the reference is about the period of time, so we then use 6 hour, 4 days, then we use for it. Now we have a structure of sentence. How we write positive sentences? First of all, we have a subject, then we have a helping verb had been, then first form of verb plus ing, then object, then time reference. Example, she had been writing a letter for 3 hours. So you can see here is a subject, It is a helping verb had been. Verb plus form plus ing, that is writing, is the main verb used, and this is our subject plus time reference. He had been living here since 1999. They had been watching movies for many hours. We had been living here since 1998. You had been eating for 1 hour. Now we have a negative sentences. How we use negative sentences? In negative sentences, first of all we have a subject, then we have had not been, then first form of verb plus ing, then object and time reference. There is no big difference between positive and negative sentence structure. We just put not between had and been. Just look at these example. She had not been writing a letter for 3 hours. So here we put just not between had and been, and it became negative sentences. He had not been living here since 1999. We had not been living here since 1998. You had not been eating for 1 hour. I had not been teaching since 2002. Now we have interrogative sentences. As I have already told you, for making interrogative sentences, we put helping verb at the beginning of sentences. Helping verb had is used as the beginning, and then we have a subject, then helping verb been is used after subject, then first form of verb plus ing, then object, then plus time reference. Helping verb had is placed at the beginning of sentence. Example: had she been writing a letter for 3 hours? Had he been living here since 1999? Where had he been working for 6 months? Note, the word what, where, when, how, etc. It's such a kind of interrogative comes. So we put just it before the helping verb had. Will be used before had in such a kind of interrogative sentences. Now we have a negative interrogative sentences. Negative interrogative sentences में हम क्या करते हैं? Helping verb had is used before, and then we subject plus not plus helping verb been, first form of verb plus ing, object plus time reference. In past perfect continuous tense, interrogative negative sentences started with had. Not is used after the subject. We start it from had, then we have a subject, then we use not, helping verb been, first form of verb plus ing, object plus time reference. Had she not been singing for 10 years? Had we not been studying since 1 o'clock? Must put question mark in the end of interrogative and negative interrogative sentences. Lecture is end up with this point. Now I am giving you a home task. Write the whole slides in your neat notebook. Understand the lesson through video lesson. Memorize the rules and structure of past perfect continuous tense. You have to write this whole slides in your neat notebook, और इसी ही लेक्चर से आपने इसको समझना है और रूल्स और स्ट्रक्चर आप उसके याद करने हैं. Write at least 5 examples of positive, negative, interrogative and negative interrogative sentences of past perfect continuous tense. You have to write कम से कम 5 जुमले आपने लिखने हैं, पॉजिटिव के, नेगेटिव के, इंट्रोगेटिव के और नेगेटिव इंट्रोगेटिव के. सो अल्लाह हाफिज़.